All right, if you are choosing to use the manipulatives to solve, that's fine. But what you'll need to do is make sure that you do have a homework page labeled 11, 28, 17. And I have 3 examples here for you of our new legal move, number 10, and how it's helpful. So you're going to begin by recording the original problem in your notebook, just as it appears on my screen. This is also what you'll do for your worksheet. You'll record the original problem, then you're going to label this in class work, and then at the end, after doing your work with all of our pieces here, you will announce or clarify what is the value of X and what is the value of star for each problem. Whatever problems you're able to get done in class, you can do this way, where you write a note telling me that you're using these tools in class. Once you leave here and you have to leave the materials behind, you can start to do the work on paper. So here's letter A. And I'm actually going to move this because I want to make sure I have enough space on my screen. So we're going to set up term by term exactly what our problem says. We have 2 X's plus a star plus a 3. To look through my materials. There's a 3. Okay? And on the right side, we have 2 stars plus a 15, which I think I will do a 10 and a 5 for 15. Okay? So what they're telling us is it seems like it will be easier for us to begin by focusing on our number cubes. On this side I have 3, and on this side I have more than 3. So I know that I can take 3 off of this side. What I need to figure out is what will be left on this side after I take 3 away. So what I think I'm going to do is take my 5, and instead of representing 5 with a 5, I'm going to try to represent 5 with, well, if I represent 5 with a 2 and a 3, I might not have enough. What if I just go like this and say I'm going to take 3 away from this side, and if I take 3 away from the other side, I'll have 10 and 2, which is 12. So now I can start with all of my legal moves, and I can start to try to figure out how to find a solution. One thing I notice is on the left side, I have a 0 pair. If I add these 2 things together, they make 0. So I'm going to take them off. And now I realize that I've got 2 things here that are not the same weight, so I cannot take them off of each side. And I have no numbers left to talk about. So what I'd like to do is somehow eliminate these 2 stars, because then I'll leave behind a number and I'll have some triangles or whatever over here. So I'm going to do that by bringing in 2 shaded triangles on the right, but because those have weight, I also have to bring in 2 shaded triangles on the left. What I've done here is create 0 pair number 1, 0 pair number 2, and now I have 3 triangles equals 12, which makes each triangle equal to 4. So I'm going to go to my letter A, and I'm going to record that a triangle is 4, which means that my star is automatically -4. All right, while we're in our notebooks, let's go ahead and record letter B. Letter B is 3 star plus X plus 5 equals star plus 12. Okay. And I'm going to mark this that I'm going to use my materials in class and then get ready for my answers. Whoops, that's not 4. I copied that from above. Triangle equals something and star equals something. Okay. Make sure you've got that problem copied accurately. Okay, I'm going to clear my pieces away. And all right. So, our legal move number 10 says it's best for us to focus on our numbers right away. So I've got 5 over here and 12 over here. I know that I can take 5 pounds off this side and I can take 5 off this side as well, but I'm going to have some left over. So I do have extra 5s. So I am going to look for my extra 5s. I'm going to replace my 10 with 2 5s, which allows me to take 5 off each side. I've got 5 and 2 over here, and I'm going to replace that with a 7. That just makes it a bit easier for me. And now I'm going to go through my legal moves. I've got a 0 pair that I can take off of the left, and I've got a unshaded and an unshaded, one on the left, one on the right, that I'll take off. And now I've got triangle equals 7. If I go to my notebook, I'm going to have, that was unshaded triangle equals 7, and that makes shaded triangle -7. Underneath these examples, why don't you go ahead and make a wavy line and go ahead and start number 1 on your assignment for today. For all of the problems that you complete with the pieces in class, please have a note to me that that's how you solved it, and I will trust you. And then when it's time to go, if you haven't finished, you can do the rest by hand on paper by drawing triangles and translating the way we used to.